I heard a big boom.
The sound was huge.
Huge. I never heard such a sound. I was in the army. My parents live in Ashkelon. I passed few bombs. I passed few wars.
But it was nothing like this.
This one was a tsunami from up. Really. Not only the US, all the world, we are making the war for all the nations, for Europe too, because Iran is not satisfied only to hurt Israel. They want to take all the Middle East, all Europe, and I don't want to say the rest, I'm not politics. Yeah, but I understand something about this life. This is the situation. I was 100 meters from here, I'm living in this building. Me and my daughter, we heard the first alarm to go in the shelter. I woke up my daughter, I told her to come. She came, we sit in, we close the door with our dogs, and 7:07 they start the alarm. It was the first alarm. We hear the booms far away, and then the second alarm, I heard like a plane is going over our head, and it was like a big whistle, and then after a second I heard a big boom. My ears was like bombing. The door of the shelter was open. The dog ran away, and we were in fear. I took my carriage. I closed the door back. My daughter started to cry, and we waited for the Picud Haoref to come and tell us to go out. When we went out, we saw that the window in the living room was broken. All the pictures were broken. Pieces from the wall was on the floor, and all over the house.
The sound was huge.
Huge. I never heard such a sound. I was in the army, and my parents live in Ashkelon. I passed few bombs. I passed few wars.
But it was nothing like this.
This one was a tsunami from up. Really.
שאנחנו מסייעים לאנשים, גם אנשים שעדיין נפגעים ורוצים להגיע לפתוח עבודה להיכנס.
You don't know that I'm going to even do it. You don't know. I may do it. I may not do it. I mean, nobody knows what I'm going to do. I can tell you this, that Iran's got a lot of trouble, and they want to negotiate. And I said, why didn't you negotiate with me before? All this death and destruction. Why didn't you negotiate? I said to the people, why didn't you negotiate with me 2 weeks ago? You could have done fine. You would have had a country. It's very sad to watch this. I mean, I've never seen anything like it.
Have the Iranians reached out to you?
Yes.
And what did you say?
I said, it's very late. You know? I said, it's very late to be talking. We may meet. It's I don't know. There's a big difference between now and a week ago, right? And at the end, last minute, they said, no, we're not going to do that. And they got hit. Remember 60 days? And then came the 60. 61 is going to become a very famous number. That was one hell of a hit, that first hit. That was one hell of a hit. Not sustainable, to be honest. That's where it ended. It ended on the first night, yes.
Is it too late, though? Do you think it's too late to now?
Really, nothing's too late. Yeah, but they've suggested that they come to the White House. That's, courageous, but, it's like not easy for them to do. But they suggest, because I can't go now, unconditional surrender. That means I've had it. Okay, I've had it, I give up, no more. Then we go blow up all the all the nuclear stuff that's all over the place there. No, they had bad intentions. For 40 years they've been saying death to America, death to Israel, death to anybody else that they didn't like. They were bullies. They were schoolyard bullies. And now they're not bullies anymore, but we'll see what happens. Look, nothing's finished until it's finished. War is very complex. A lot of bad things can happen. A lot of turns are made. So I don't know. I wouldn't say that we won anything yet. I would say that we sure as hell made a lot of progress. And we'll see. The next week is going to be very big, maybe less than a week. They should have made the deal. I had a great deal for them. They should have made that deal. 60 days we talked about it, and in the end they decided not to do it, and now they wish they did it. And they want to meet, but it's it's a little late to meet, but they want to meet, and they want to come to the White House. They'll even come to the White House. So we'll see. I may do that.
Does that mean you haven't made a decision yet on what to do?
I have ideas as to what to do, but I haven't made a final. I like to make the final decision 1 second before it's due, because things change. I mean, especially with war, things change with war. It can go from one extreme to the other. Everyone thought it was going to be the reverse. I didn't think so. And I was telling them, you gotta do something. You gotta negotiate. It is perfect for a movie, and you're going to become a star. Remember, Europe had 10 cuts. We had none.
How you got to where you are and making your decision now?
Well, I think it started the first night. I mean, that first night was.
Europe? Actually, just. You got your power back?
از اونچه که ایران ممکنه صدمه آمریکا اگر ورود در این میدان بشه